Pizza time. Hey, thank you for clicking on. Thank you for watching. This is a video series where I'm going over like movies from the past that I've already seen that I either think they're sleepers or they're just a movie I really like. And I'm starting this off with the Spider-Man Trilogy. I already did the first Spider-Man movie. Go back and watch that. Just posted it a couple days ago. Hopefully, it took me about a week to make the first video just because I was dreading it. But hopefully, I'll put this out very soon. So this is Spider-Man 2, and like I said, I'm going over the original trilogy, and then I'm going over the Spider-Verse movie from 2018. All in the excitement and enthusiasm for looking forward to the new Spider-Man movie, and presuming that the all Spider-Men are going to be in it. Toby and Andrew, and of course I'm throwing in the Spider-Verse movie because there's multiple Spider-Men in that. So that's why I figured I'd cover these movies leading up to the brand new one. Looking very much forward to that. It should be great. It should be crazy. Like I said, looking forward to it. So the plot of this one, Spider-Man 2000, not Spider-Man 2, 2004. Yeah, this is the one where Spider-Man loses his powers and he's going through a lot. He can't be with Mary Jane. Doc Ock is going crazy. Uh, he put a chip on his neck. Very open and very non-protective. Just really banked on nothing going wrong. And yeah, and this is good. He throws away his suit and he's fully on for. He throws away his suit and he's fully happy just being Peter. They're doing a little Superman 2 thing, and this is good. This is a good movie. I enjoy a whole lot of this. Let's go ahead and get into the positives, which is basically everything. This movie improves on the first movie so much. Let's start off from the first thing I mentioned last time was the opening credits. The opening credits are better than the last movie. Still too long. Still honestly too long, but at least it's more entertaining because it's telling the first movie throughout the opening, which is way better. It's way better than the first because the first is just like it's just showing blood and the webs, and it's taking a long time for no reason. This is much better and a much better way to start it. The movie's action packed. It's moving at a clip. It's doing. It's amazing. So much web swinging. There's the scene from the very beginning where he's got to deliver the pizza, swinging around with that pizza, saving kids, swinging around, trying to get it there in 30 minutes or less, which was I thought very much a thing that was happening a lot in the 2000s, which was not safe. Not safe. You should not do that. I'm glad that's gone. But like I said, great action. The first action scene during the presentation, that is good. The hospital scene is really good. Shout out to Sam Raimi. He's got that horror element in there, and it's so solid. It's so solid. So good. Yeah, the arms are just swinging around and killing everybody, and it's a good sequence. And the building fight is really good. From the bank heist that leads into the building fight, all of that is super solid. Good action in there. The train scene is one of the best comic book action movie scenes ever. Like, it is an amazing scene. Like, honestly, I can't think of many comic book movies that have even gotten close to it. Like, since then, still today, I can't think of them. Like, maybe you could say the Civil War scene, like, just because there's so much going on, and it's like 18 minutes worth of action. Maybe you can claim that. Or, I mean, there's some great stuff in Infinity War. But other than that, like, this is like what every single piece of the train scene is amazing. Like, not so many movies have not touched what this scene has done, and that was in 2004. It just really speaks to how great it was. The part where they're fighting on the building, and then he swings back and throws the clock piece at him, and then the fall onto the train, the fight on the side, him going down to the ground, having to swing back up, him catching the people, more fists being thrown, and then when the train comes by and he has to throw his body up to the train, and the whole thing, and of course the part where the most iconic part, and this is what I was talking about the last video, was like I love Toby's physical action, like his acting as Spider-Man is great when he's doing something physical, when he's showing effort, and this is the absolute embodiment of that. And it's such a classic scene where he's webbing the sides and he's really he's holding the web, and he's stopping the train. And it's amazing. I loved that as a kid. I love it now. Such a great scene, such a good performance in that scene. CGI in this one is way better than the first. There's some shots where it looks bad, like where he's Doc Ock's carrying Mary Jane, or Doc Ock's bringing down the sun. Whatever, I'm just gonna call it the sun. And there's some shots that don't look good. There's more shots that don't. But overall, the CGI looks way better than the first movie in this. Like it looks pretty solid. There's so many scenes where it looks solid. Like the scene where they're fighting on the side of the building after the after the bank heist. That's all CG, and that looks amazing. And there's many more examples of that. The CG just was definitely an improvement. Performances were better in this movie. The first movie, it's like, dang it, were any of these guys the right choice? But in the second movie, Kirsten, dang it, I should have looked it up. I haven't looked it up. I don't care enough. She does better in this movie. Toby is a lot better in this movie than the first one, in my opinion. James Franco's better in this movie. Alfred Molina, if I dare say, is better than Homeboy and William Dafoe in the first movie. I think he did great as the villain. All the performances in this movie shine to me. I think they did a good job. My favorite part, the train fight, absolutely. Like I said, great scene. It's great stuff. Second favorite part, probably Peter trying to like keep all the brooms in the closet, and then of course the classic iconic line, pizza time. Okay, now on to bad parts. There is none. There is none really. Like as a kid, I thought like, yo, this movie has some slow parts. Like, man, this movie got some, some slow parts. But now I'm like, as an adult, I'm like, yo, dude, I'm totally fine. Like, these are not slow parts. Like, this is appropriate story scenes that are a part of the movie. So, there's like a bit of like it's like 40, 50 minutes after he throws away the suit where there's just no action. Like after he throws away the suit, there's just no action for a long stretch up until the train scene. But it's okay. It's okay, and it's good. It's all good stuff. Like there wasn't a moment I was like, oh man, can we go back to action? It was like important story building stuff. So I enjoyed that. The Rent guy is amazing, as we all know. He's fantastic. Rent? Do you have rent? Huh? Like we love that guy from the second and third movie. He's nice. He's good. And Peter's having a hard time. Like all movie long, he's getting screwed over. He can't get a snack. He can't get a drink. He's getting hit in the head. What else is happening? He's just going through. He missed the play. He can't get into play late, which sucked. Even as a kid, I was like, yo, let that man in. Even today, I'm like, yo, let that man in. Like he's trying to see his girl at her play, man. Come on now. Screw the illusion. Let me come in here. Come on, man. So he's just getting screwed over the entire time, man. The elevator scene is hilarious. Oh wait, he's getting slapped around. He's getting absolutely smacked around by James Franco in this movie. Elevator scene is hilarious.
It rides up in the crotch a little bit too.
All right, and now time for just some trivia. I got some trivia here for you guys. All right, so look, this is so big. So after the success of the first movie, Tobey Maguire demanded for more money. He demanded more money because I don't think they were signed on at this point. They only signed on for one. So after the success of the first movie, he asked for $25 million or 10% gross with the movie. Which 10% gross is crazy because I think this movie made like 780 million or 880 million, one of the two. So it's like 10%. Hey, 10% is crazy, my boy. And they wanted whichever was better. So literally they were like, okay, 25 million or like 200 million. I don't know. I didn't do the math, but it's not 200 million. I'm guessing it. But yeah, just hilarious. Like, yo. So, but that was denied. But eventually, I think they did pay him like a big stack. Like they paid him a lot. I forgot. I couldn't find the official amount because I'm not looking that hard. I don't care enough. But he got paid a lot. Just know that. So Tobey Maguire was initially fired, bro, due to reports of him faking a back injury for a larger pay raise. Jake Gyllenhaal was actually they hit up Jake. He accepted. He was lined up to play Spider-Man, and production had already begun. But in this, Maguire had decided to take part after all. So that's huge. That's absolute. So I don't know if you guys know, but Jake was supposed to be Spider-Man. Eventually, it becomes part of the franchise, being Mysterio years and years later. But that's crazy. Like, yeah, Jake to be Spider-Man. It might have been a blessing because he's nice. I mean, this even became like a joke on Entourage. I don't know if you guys seen it about like Jake Gyllenhaal like trying to replace the main dude after he left his Aquaman thing. That was a little joke. That was a little Easter egg or joke about that. About this real life situation. But yeah, it's insane. Like, yeah, I mean Jake's a really good actor, so maybe that would have been a blessing. But it would have been so weird. Imagine it. Imagine me as a kid, it would have 100% been weird. Imagine you're a kid or even a grown adult, right? You saw Spider-Man, you loved it. You want to see Spider-Man 2, and it's just Jake Gyllenhaal. You're like, yo, Toby, I wonder what Toby got up his sleeve. And it's just Jake. You walk in the theater, it's Jake Gyllenhaal on the screen. That would have been so crazy. That would have been so crazy, man. Because there's castings like that happens, but has that happened to a main character? I don't think this happened in my lifetime as a main character get, recast like that. That would have been wild. So yeah, in the DVD commentary, the my back joke after Peter falls from the roof was purely coincidental. So that part where he falls, they said, "Yo, it wasn't like a shot at Toby." They even apologized or something, but it wasn't intentional. It was like it was a fake, like, oh, like there was already in the script. It wasn't like to make a joke about it. Which I don't know if I believe that. These people in Hollywood be lying all the time. That could have definitely been a little joke and shot at Toby, which he deserves. He deserves that. Trying to ask for all that money. Peter's landlord, the dude at my rent, do you have rent? Is named Mr. Dickovich, and he is named after Steve Ditko, which was the original illustrator slash creator of Spider-Man. So that's what's up, man. Good for him, man. That's what's up. Rest in peace to him. He's dead too. Rest in peace, Steve Ditko. Rest in peace. So like, they had a couple titles for this movie. The original title they were throwing around for this second movie was The Amazing Spider-Man, and they were also throwing around some more. They tested it with focus groups. They were throwing around Spider-Man No More, which is like it's like a line in the movie. Spider-Man 2 Lives. Let me say that again. Spider-Man 2 Lives. Uh, and Spider-Man Unmasked. I hate all of those. I hate all. I kind of like The Amazing Spider-Man, but then that would have ruined the eventual reboot because I do think that was important to distinguish a difference between this franchise and their franchise for the public, for the masses. So I think that was good. So that would have been a waste. So let's just go over these. Spider-Man No More, Spider-Man 2 Lives, Spider-Man Unmasked. Yeah, I don't like those. I don't like any of those. I think Spider-Man 2 Lives is crazy. Is that a reference to something? I know Spider-Man No More is like what he says in the movie. Spider-Man 2 Lives. That sounds like a real old school type of title. That's not it. 100 minor alterations were done to the suit since the first film, and they also made 35 suits just overall for this movie. And let me say, I do like this suit. One of the best Spider-Man suits they've made. I think the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man suit is actually the best one. Like either one, like honestly, even both Amazing Spider-Man and 2, like I think that might have been the best. But this suit is hard. This suit is hard. I forgot to mention that in the first video. This is a good design. I love this design and I love the suit. And hey, that's all I got for this movie, man. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. Man, is it a good movie? Yes, it's a really good movie. Is it the best Spider-Man movie ever? Some people call it the best Spider-Man movie ever. It actually made less than the first movie, which I don't know, because it's obviously so much better of a movie. Like I think they improve everything in the first movie. They improve it in this one. And also, there's like no faults in it. There's no faults, even though I give it like a 9 out of 10. I ain't going. This is it a 10 out of 10? No, I give it a 9. But there's like no faults. Yeah, I don't understand how this didn't make more than the first one. I don't get it. But is this the best Spider-Man movie ever? No. I say no. I think I think the Spider-Verse is definitely better than this. Spider-Verse just blew me away. Maybe it's because I had low expectations, but still, Spider-Verse is amazing. That's a 10 out of 10 movie. I think that's the best Spider-Man movie ever. But I respect everybody's opinion. And is this the best live action? I'll give it the best live action without a doubt. This movie's great. Appreciate you guys for listening. I got more stuff coming. I got other videos. I got more Spider-Man 3 and Into the Spider-Verse videos coming soon. Looking forward to the new movie. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. I'm Isaac J, and peace.